Welcome. Today's class is going to be about 40 minutes of breathwork and meditation, also known as pranayama and meditation. And I invite you to take a seat that is going to be softening, comfortable, not distracting. So if you can sit up in a cross-legged seat, something like what I'm sitting in, and that feels easy for you, then do that. If that's not something that you can sit in at all, much less a long 40-minute session, then do something that you know is comfortable. It doesn't have to be a yoga pose. It doesn't have to look like what you've seen in any classes before. So you might be lying down on your couch. You might be lying down on your bed. You might even be on your back with your legs up the wall. Maybe you're sitting in a chair with your feet firmly planted. So there's no right or wrong way to sit yourself. I really feel that the best way to tap into this work is when your physical body is released, when it's not distracted, when it's not gripping in any way. So one of the most important things, if you are sitting up and you're cross-legged, even if you're not cross-legged, just if you're sitting up, I highly recommend finding a way to elevate your hips above your knees, because the moment that your knees are the same height as your hips or higher, there's this inevitable grip that happens in your hips, and then everything else just starts working. And we don't want to work, we just want to sit. So start to find that comfortable place for yourself, and know that if halfway through or whenever you find that it's not working anymore, you can always shift, adjust, change your mind. And you don't have to feel like you're ripping yourself out of the moment. You can just kindly, calmly turn the other way, or lie down, or sit up, or what have you. So, start to find that spot for yourself. Hello, welcome. And settle your eyes closed. And if you don't feel comfortable closing your eyes, I welcome you to soften your gaze downward. And then whether you're lying down or sitting upright, find a place for your hands, for your arms to also soften. So maybe your palms are softening down onto your thighs, or maybe your palms are faced up, which is a little bit more receptive to take in energy. Maybe your hands are on your belly, on your body somewhere. And then soften the muscles of your face. Allow the skin in the center of your forehead between your eyebrows to soften and spread wide. Soften your jaw. You can even let it go slack just a little bit so that your lips are gently parted. Gently bring your tongue to the roof of your mouth. And just take this moment to notice. Notice your state of being today. Notice what you're sitting down, coming into this practice with, what it is you're holding. So perhaps that's something physical in your body. Perhaps it's something emotional or mental, or a feeling. Just noticing if there's anything like that drawing your attention. And instead of making the choice to harden and push to try to get rid of it, see if you can allow it into this space. Allow it into your awareness even more, so that you can move through it and perhaps transmute it. And start to notice your breath and how that is appearing for you. Perhaps your breath is an indicator of anything else you've already noticed. And then start to deepen your breath. With each inhale, filling up your belly, feeling your rib cage expand, your chest get broad, fill up your lungs. And as you exhale, softening, allowing your seat to drop down even more, your belly to empty, all the breath to go out. And stick with that for a little bit, just noticing how much expansion you can get, how much you can fill up every time you inhale all the way up to the top. And then seeing how slowly and softly you can allow yourself to exhale. Inhale, filling up. And exhale, softening down. And so continue that. And I'll explain the first pranayama breath practice. We're going to work with a count. Sometimes it's called a square breath. Sometimes it's called samavriti, which is even breathing. And I'm going to offer the number 4. And so know at any time you can choose a different number to count to. You can also stick with the number 4 and you can make it slower or make it faster. So allow this practice, allow yourself to modify as you need. If you find tension or anxiety, anything like that building up to a degree that's too much, that's when it's time to shift or pause as you need. So to start, just take another deep, clearing breath in. And a soft breath out. And then slowly inhale for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue on your own, finding that rhythm for yourself. You might even visualize a square. Perhaps you even visualize a circle and move through those 4 quadrants like a pie in a circle. Noticing if you feel to speed it up or perhaps to slow it down. And just seeing if you can be taken by the rhythm, the continuous flow. And keep going with that. And as you reach those pauses at the top of your inhale and at the bottom of your exhale, notice what kind of tension arises in those moments. And see if you can soften as you hold the breath out or hold the breath in. Perhaps you soften the belly or the muscles of your face. Noticing what that does for you. Maybe you're sticking with the 4 count, or maybe you extend your breath to a 6 count. Just finding a way to make all parts even, equal, balanced. And if I didn't mention this already, allow your lips to be sealed and your breath to move in and out through your nose. You get a little bit more of control, or like the brakes put on when we use our nose as opposed to our mouth. And do a few more rounds, closing that practice up for yourself. And finish whatever round you're on. And at the bottom of your exhale, at that pause, gently soften when you are inspired to inhale. Take a full inhale. And a soft exhale. Letting that go. Coming back to the center of your body, feeling your spine, feeling your breath, noticing any shifts. And then you're welcome to remain with your eyes closed. You can also gently blink your eyes open if you want to get a visual for this next practice. So this is called Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. And what you'll do is you'll take your right hand and you're going to float it in front of your face. And the focus is the thumb and the ring finger. The middle finger and the pointer finger, you have a choice. It's just preference. You can curl them in and just let them float in space in front of your face. You could also keep them long and rest them in the center of your forehead, in that third eye center. And then what this will be like is the thumb is going to float in front of the right nostril, and the ring finger is going to float in front of the left nostril. And I'll speak it once as I do it before we actually start. So you'll inhale and exhale just to clear the breath. And then you'll close the left nostril with the ring finger. You'll inhale right. You'll close both nostrils and pause. You'll release the ring finger and exhale left. And then you'll inhale left. Close and pause. Then release the thumb and exhale right. And that's one full cycle. And I will guide you through that. So, settle your eyes closed once again if you opened them. And just take a moment, noticing your breath, softening your inner gaze, your forehead, your jaw. Soften your shoulders down away from your ears. And if at any point during this practice you find that your arm gets a little tired, you can always pause, take a rest from it. You can also practice this in your mind. So, food for thought. Okay, bring your right hand up in front of your face. You can either curl your two fingers, pointer and middle finger in, or you can rest them on your forehead. Hover your thumb and your ring finger in front of your nostrils, and the pinky is just soft. And take an inhale into both nostrils, and exhale. And then close your left nostril with the ring finger. Inhale right. Close both and pause. And then exhale left. Inhale left. Close, pause. Exhale right. Inhale right. Pause. Exhale left. Inhale left. Pause. Exhale right. Inhale right. Pause. Exhale left. Inhale left. Pause. Exhale right. Inhale right. Pause. Exhale left. Inhale left. Pause. Exhale right. Continue that pattern on your own. You'll exhale and inhale the same nostril, and then switch to the other side. Exhale, inhale. Notice if you are called to go a little bit quicker of a pace. Perhaps you can slow it down even more. And similar to the first practice, you might be able to tap into a little pause at the bottom of your exhales and at the top of your inhales with both nostrils closed. Noticing if that brings a little too much tension, and knowing when something feels like a stretch versus when something feels like a strain. You don't want to strain. Noticing where you can soften, perhaps your shoulders, your forehead, maybe even your chest or your belly. And then in your mind's eye, seeing if a visual comes up. Seeing if there's something you can trace. So perhaps there is almost like a crescent moon that's pointing downward, or it's tipped on its side. You could also look at that as a semicircle. And perhaps you feel that roundness as you move up and over to one side and then up and over to the other side. Seeing if that rhythm that you're feeling in your breath and your body can take a shape. Perhaps you even take it a step further, thinking about left brain, right brain, feminine side, the masculine side. And if you want to go there in your mind's eye as you continue this, as you inhale the right side, you would feel the energy travel up the right side through the right eye over to the left brain. And then it would continue going up almost to make an infinity, like it's tracing a circle, a letter 8. And then it would go to the right brain and cross as you exhale to the left eye, left nostril, left side of the body. And it wouldn't quite make the full infinity because then you inhale up the left side again to the right brain, up and over to the left brain, and back down to the right side. And you might see me tracing this on the screen. You might also just stick with a simple semicircle crescent moon. Or you might just be focused on your breath moving in and out. And sticking with this for a few more rounds. If you paused, your arm is tired, see if you can continue the practice without using your hand. Visualizing the breath moving through one side to another. Taking about one more round on your own. And when you exhale out the right nostril, that will be the completion of this practice. And from there, you can just allow your arm to soften back down. You can even take a moment to move your arm, shrug your shoulder if there's tension. And then come back to a place of stillness. Come back to a place of noticing your breath. Notice your state of being. Notice if there's a little bit more space between your inhales and your exhales. And perhaps that's reflected in your mind. Maybe there's a little bit more space between your thoughts. Maybe that space lets you soften a little bit more of the tension that you might be holding or that you were holding. And so, recognizing that this practice, this kind of work, conscious work, it's not so much about clearing things away as it is getting really, really deep into a space with those things and moving in a rhythm with them. So you almost lull yourself, lull those parts of yourself to sleep or into a more passive state. So the world around you is still there. You still are not withholding. You are still with yourself. You are still holding all the things that you were holding before. But now maybe there's just a little bit more space, a little bit more distance from those things that you hold so closely. And as you sit here, still and tall, even if you're lying down, can you feel that sense of stillness internally? Can you feel that sense of strength when you're able to almost reclaim your being, reclaim ownership over your vessel, and feel into that part of you that is truly you. Not your stuff, not the distractions of the world, not who you think you need to be or what you need to look like, but the you that is reflected everywhere, in everything, and is therefore connected to everything. can you sit back in that awareness and soften, absorb it for a few more moments. Perhaps recalling the feeling of the movement of breath, the wave, or maybe if a shape came to your mind's eye, seeing those shapes once more. Feeling your breath deep within you, filling you up with each inhale, and softening with each exhale. We'll remain here for a few more minutes of quiet meditation. Allow yourself to steep in your breath. If you find that your mind begins to move again, your thoughts try to take you, maybe come back to the visualization of those practices, or even lightly tap back into a breath practice. And just allow yourself to be taken like a wave as you inhale and exhale. Take a bigger, deeper inhale. And a soft, slow exhale. Gently start to draw your awareness back to your physical body, the room that you are seated in, the space around you. Remaining with eyes closed if you can. And then bring your palms together at the center of your chest. And as you seal your palms shut, feel that line of energy from the crown of your head down through your spine and all the way back up. And take a deep, full inhale, fill up your belly, your chest, expand your rib cage. Pause at the very top, and then like a whisper through your mouth, exhale. Guide your thumbs all the way up to the center of your forehead. Give a very light pressure. Inhale. Exhale. And bow your chin as a gesture of gratitude for the shared experience, and the shared space, and the shared energy. And then release your arms down. And in your own time, allow the world to fall in as you blink your eyes open. Thank you so much for joining.